Yeah. What up, wrestling fans and YouTubers? S-Deuce is the name. Talking Wrestling is the game. And I hope you watched the Raw video that just got uploaded before this so you can hear my thoughts on Raw last night, because this is all about the State of the WWE Universe address that happened last night after Raw, when Raw went off the air live on the WWE Network. And if you know anything about talking smack, the State of the WWE Universe was just as good as Talking Smack is every week. I think Vince is threatened by Talking Smack, so he's putting the 205 Live Cruiserweight show on in replace of Talk of Smack, or they're just not going to tape it live. But last night, poor Renee Young had the impossible job of keeping order between Mick Foley, Stephanie McMahon, Shane, and Daniel Bryan. At one point, Mick Foley went on a rant about how much he loves Stephanie McMahon. He totally avoided questions last night. Daniel Bryan was on fire. Shane was just in the ring, got bombarded by Braun Strowman. So his adrenaline was still rushing. He was still shaking. And let me tell you, Daniel Bryan and Mick Foley shot at each other last night. Foley saying Bryan don't care about the general manager job. And Daniel said, no, it's not that. But you can't discredit me for wanting to be in that ring wrestling, not the general manager of a show. Because Mick, when you left in 2001, when you quit your general manager job and left the WWE, you went to TNA so you could wrestle. Camera flipped off Daniel Bryan right to Mick Foley's face. Foley looked mortified. Stephanie looked like she was gonna crack up laughing. So Mick tells him, I give guys opportunities, I give guys chances on Raw, and Bryan says, no you don't, because you just filled up a half-an-hour segment on your 3-hour show to 2 part-timers who don't even wrestle on Raw, meaning Goldberg and Lesnar, which is so true. Guys are definitely getting more shots on SmackDown, but just being seen by less people. So Foley says that, you know, he gives guys opportunities, to which Bryan answers in typical Daniel Bryan breaking kayfabe fashion, well then why don't you give Claudio, why don't you give Cesaro a shot? I give Cesaro a shot, I just seen Cesaro and he's happy to be on Raw. To which Daniel Bryan says, no he's not, I just spoke to him and he wants to be on SmackDown Live, along with Sami Zayn and half of the Cruiserweights. So, could this be a major change in this whole brand split after Survivor Series? Survivor Series means a lot this year. If Kendrick loses that Cruiserweight title to Kalisto, all the Cruiserweights go to SmackDown. If Ziggler loses the Intercontinental belt, then Raw has pretty much every single major title except for the WWE Championship on their show. So I don't see that happening. But the big match is the 5-on-5 male match. And there's nothing on the line but bragging rights. I think something will be announced within the next 4 or 5 days, maybe even tonight on SmackDown Live, saying that whoever wins 2 out of 3, best of 3, because it's the 5 best men, the 5 best women, and the 5 best tag teams. So whoever wins the best of 3 will be able to pick 5 men from the opposing show and bring them to their show. So say if Foley wins, if Raw wins those 3 matches or 2 out of 3 matches, Foley could snatch up The Miz, he could snatch up Ziggler. I don't know if people with championships will be able to jump ship. We're gonna have to see how that goes. But last night really Raw wasn't that good, but the State of the WWE Universe was so good, it added so much hype to Survivor Series. With Bryan breaking kayfabe, mentioning TNA, calling Cesaro by Claudio, his real first name, really pulled that curtain back and really let us see what goes on and just how frustrated they were getting last night with Mick Foley, with his rambling. And he was rambling on, not answering questions, totally diverting answers towards his love for Stephanie McMahon and not how his appreciation of Daniel Bryan or would he work with them or anything like that. So if you haven't had an opportunity to watch that WWE State of the Universe, you have to watch it right now on the WWE Network. Check it out. But tonight, SmackDown Live, expect Raw superstars to be there, expect Stephanie and Mick Foley to be there, and expect another Donnybrook to break loose Here at Let's Talk Wrestling, there's no gimmicks needed. A nice foggy night in the Bronx. Here I am walking home from work, doing my videos for you, the viewer. So remember to like, share, subscribe, press that thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up button a lot. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this ball moving. Let's Talk Wrestling, no gimmicks needed. And tell a friend to tell a friend about Let's Talk Wrestling on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. Tell them everything. But the state of the WWE Universe last night was amazing. If you like breaking kayfabe, don't forget to watch SmackDown tonight. We are out of here, folks.